So with the group stages well and truly behind us now, the two sides walk out in front of a crowd that is more expectant than ever. There's a bit of a party atmosphere in the stands at the moment, but once the whistle goes, it is down to the serious business of knockout football. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is an elevated level of competition, Jim, the kind you know all too well.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this is the ultimate battle for survival now.
And the losers go home.
Nobody wants that.
We are just getting started. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Searching pass he's played there. And it's a corner. Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicked it back promptly.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Oh, that's fabulous. In towards the back stick. And it's claimed by the keeper. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for any defence. And that's their problem, because so many want to try and get to him to stop him getting into his stride. It just leaves space for others.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Ayew. He is through here. Picked out brilliantly. Ruben Dias getting this one clear. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now this could be a chance. Shoots! And it's a goal! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
The goal scorer for Ghana after 38 minutes is number 9.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Sulemana. That's going wide left. Sulemana.
1 minute added time.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Vitinha. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So, half-time in the opener. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Nicely spread. Portugal still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And he's managed to get free. And he's been shifted off it. Ruben Neves. And it's Conceição. Succumbs to the pressure.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And this is Ayew. Diogo Costa is there to clear. Bruno Fernandes wins the duel this time. Your impression so far, Jim?
Portugal are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rafael Leao goes looking wide. Now it's Bruno. He's having a pop! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Oh, what a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Can he get it through? Semenyo is onto this.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nice looking ball. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is that. And as is so often the case, their tournament ends not in a bang, but a whimper. A thoroughly disappointing exit in an adventure which promised so much. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, before the inquest can even begin, it just goes to show you the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter how well you prepare or how well you play. This is a results business.
So with the group stages well and truly behind us now, the two sides walk out in front of a crowd that is more expectant than ever. There's a bit of a party atmosphere in the stands at the moment, but once the whistle goes, it is down to the serious business of knockout football. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So this is the final grid. From now on, it is a mad dash to the finish line, Jim.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this...
He'll try from distance! That was superb goalkeeping!
Bruno Fernandes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Francisco Conceição. Now Gonçalo Inácio. Diogo Costa. Now Gonçalo Inácio. That's a good ball out wide. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Ruben Dias. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's tries from a long way out. Ronaldo! Superb! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that is a super goal, a truly super goal.
Well, the power he managed to get into the shot just seemed to catch the goalkeeper by surprise. He really thumped it.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo!
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
I think they've gone about their business with the opener very much in mind, and this augurs well now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's picked his way through. Nice physical challenge. And this is Ronaldo.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Francisco Conceição. Conceição is fouled.
Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now it's Conceição. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. This looks promising. Ghana are looking to go forward now. And he cuts out the supply. Gonçalo Inácio. Not the most accurate pass. Spread it left. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Portugal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
So, half-time in the opener. Portugal just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. We're on the move again. Portugal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Now it's Ruben Neves. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target. And back to the goalkeeper. Diogo Costa is there to clear. Rafael Leao. Nuno Mendes. And he's let fly! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And it's Vitinha. Here's a chance! Brilliant by Vitinha! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And this is getting better and better. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, well measured. And here, chance for a shot! And no mistake! Back to within 1! Interesting! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Just one in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Nuno Mendes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting.
Williams! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Nuno Mendes. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Shot could be on. Shoots! And yes, it's there! back, but they are level.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
78 minutes is number
And it didn't
20.
take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Portugal, number 2, João Cancelo.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 87.
Well, this could turn out to be quite a game.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they...
Good effort from distance. Rapidly approaching the end. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist. Oh, that's a key interception. Just 5 minutes left. Williams. Oh, super fun. He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution for Portugal, number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 10, Rafael Leao. Coming on the field.
Well, there's the clearance.
Number 11.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And a chance! Cleared away. Fatawu receives it in a good position here.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's managed to get free. So that means another 30 minutes football. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully, to make a difference.
Substitution for Portugal, number 22, Francisco Conceição.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come.
Coming on the field,
Portugal conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes?
Substitution.
Bernardo Silva. And it's Neves. Now it's João Felix. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Ghana clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now, and it's been given away. Diogo Costa claims comfortably. Fatawu showing great feet there. Space for him to turn and look. In it comes. So that was it, the first period of extra time.
If you do have a chance today, please take
Well, no
some time
question,
out
the
and
will
give your
exists
support
to
to
try
our
and win
best
it,
stadium
but
partners.
limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short.
Substitution for Portugal, number 5, Nuno Mendes.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Number 4,
They have given it everything, it's been gruelling,
taking place.
but who will be standing at the very end? Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills! This might just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Ghana with the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Vitinha makes the interception. He's looking wide. He's having a hit! Portugal have reached the now or never stage. Oh, good spread. He's in plenty of space here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pedro Neto. And that's that. Well, this is the beauty and the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter who you are, unlike the movies, you only live once. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, before the inquest can even begin, it just goes to show you the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter how well you prepare or how well you play. This is a results business.
Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language, the language of knockout football. Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is an elevated level of competition, Jim, the kind you know all too well.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this...
Takes the shot! And he's lifted it over.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Stanisic providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the modern centre-half, and of course he can play at left-back too. He's old school, he's uncompromising defensively, and he is truly outstanding on the football.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Portugal are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Looking to play him in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Vuskovic. Pasalic. And no, that was never going to make it. All the way back. Nuno Mendes. João Neves, played out wide. Francisco Conceição. Vardiol gets over and intercepts. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Has a look and plays it forward. Vardiol. Baturina. That has been slung wide. He's shifting through the gears here. He's found a way through. Now it's back. Shot at goal! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Vardiol. That's really well manoeuvred. And he's in. He's had a shot! Goal! Croatia! And there is your opener. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And that is all they have time for. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Portugal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So, half-time in the opener. So that's it for the shot, surely! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Number 2.
Croatia are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Tries to pass it through. And that's a throw-in. Modric. Now Shutalo. Vuskovic.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Ruben Dias makes the interception. Stanisic. Sucic. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, no, no circumventing this opponent. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha. And there's a searching pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Modric. And Gvardiol. Perisic. Pasalic. Perisic in acres of space out wide. And he's being shifted off it.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 9, Gonzalo Ramos. Number 22,
Sucic.
Number 2,
Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Baturina, chance! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Vardiol with the clearance. And we have our very first corner. Guardiol is there, and he can get that clear. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Perisic. Pasalic. Now it's Baturina. He's picked his way through. Bernardo Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Shot could... and the shot! It's in! They are playing them off the park! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Substitution in progress.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Croatia are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Can he finish? And that's past the post.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
Matheus Nunes. Ruben Dias. Rafael Leao. Now Ruben Dias. It's come to nothing. Sutalo gets it clear. It's their second corner of the game. And he can clear it away. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this is the beauty and the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter who you are, unlike the movies, you only live once. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, this can happen to anyone really, Peter, but questions will undoubtedly be raised about their reaction or lack of in the face of adversity, their inability to lift their game when they really had to.
Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language, the language of knockout football. Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is an elevated level of competition, Jim, the kind you know all too well.
Well, Peter, I think this is the stage where one's chances can depend on the smallest of margins.
Yeah, the devil's in the detail, eh?
It is indeed, and I think these two sides will be feeling very good having made it through the group stage, but this will be a huge gauge on just how prepared they really are now.
So straight into... That's rather hopeful!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, played right into his path. Great chance! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 12 minutes is number 22.
Ghana gain their reward with an early goal. Nuno Mendes. Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. Portugal are behind here despite their domination of possession. Sulemana. Now he's off and running.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. Ayew. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he welcomes it in. Now this could be a chance. He's picked his way through. And he can thump it away. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ruben Neves, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Semenyo. Oh, that's fabulous. That's really well cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Space for him to turn and look. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a throw-in. Conceição. He's going for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Portugal come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So, half-time in the opener. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Portugal still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
Can he finish? And that's a good finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Sulemana.
There they go, hunting again.
Bruno Fernandes. Here's Rafael Leao. And it's Mendes. Looking to play him in. And here's the chance to counter. And this is Ayew. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the shot! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Number 8.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Number 10, Rafael Leao.
Not the most accurate pass.
Nuno Mendes. Coming on the field, number 9, Gonzalo Ramos. Number 11, João Felix. Number 20,
That's a sharp
Bernardo
pass.
Silva.
Some good work on the right flank here. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Substitutions taking place.
Ruben Neves.
There will be 3 minutes.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Pedro Neto. João Felix. And we're done. Well, this is the beauty and the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter who you are, unlike the movies, you only live once. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, before the inquest can even begin, it just goes to show you the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter how well you prepare or how well you play. This is a results business.
Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language, the language of knockout football. Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, this is an elevated level of competition, Jim, the kind you know all too well.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this is the ultimate...
Gonzalo Ramos! And he's really put himself on the line here. Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ghana have the chance to go the other way. Nicely weighted ball. He's found space here. Oh, easy pickings there. Sulemana. Oh, lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he can thump it away. Neither side yet able to find the net. Araujo makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's such a sharp reader of the game, Peter, and that makes him a very good tackler. He's particularly skilled at last-ditch challenges too, though I'm sure his team will be hoping that he doesn't have too many of those to make today.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Ruben Dias. And it's Mendes. Araujo. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha. That's a good ball out wide. Gonzalo Ramos. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now Ruben Dias. Tries one from range. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Knocks it out wide. And that was asking for too much. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Pass somewhat off target. Opts for safety. Sulemana. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Please turn your attention to the
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, half-time in the opener. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Gonzalo Inacio. João Cancelo. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rafael Leao. And it's Ruben Neves. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Semenyo is wide and looking to get onto this. Shot could be on. Chance! And it's been hooked away. Araujo. Ayew. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Rapidly approaching the end. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they've got rid. Wriggles his way through. Oh, good-looking ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nuno Mendes. He's shifting through the gears here. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time, so still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Number 9,
90 minutes gone, and nothing between them still.
Mendes. Number 10, Rafael Leao.
Oh, what's he done? He's got away. It's Luke, and the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Well, would you believe that? Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
The first breakthrough. Araujo. Here's Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. Out of play for a throw. Sulemana. This is a promising build-up. Gives it back.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Iñaki Williams. Semedo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Threads one in.
There will be 1 minute.
No, not quite
time.
on the same wavelength. Williams. So that was it, the first period of extra time.
To draw your attention to the screen.
Finally, after all this time, the first telling moment. 15 minutes separated from being the winning moment. And so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And that's another good win of the ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Played out wide. Araujo calmly anticipates. Time is running out here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Joao Felix tries from a long way out. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Substitution.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Portugal are running out of time to save themselves. Tries to pass it through. Now, can he find a shot at goal? And he's there to get it away. And that is as much as we have time for. And as is so often the case, their tournament ends not in a bang, but a whimper. A thoroughly disappointing exit in an adventure which promised so much. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, before the inquest can even begin, it just goes to show you the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter how well you prepare.
Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language, the language of knockout football. Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So this is the final grid. From now on, it is a mad dash to the finish line, Jim.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this is the ultimate battle for survival now.
And the losers go home.
Nobody wants that.
We are just getting started. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. He's had a shot! Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pass somewhat off target. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Portugal, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Great defending, strong and determined. That's really well cleared. Ball's gone out of play. Sulemana. Semenyo looking to receive it in space. He's had it taken off him. João Cancelo can clear it away. Approaching the half-hour mark. And a chance! He's delivered all right!
The goal scored for Ghana after 30 minutes is number 24.
Ghana have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Semenyo. Can he get it through? Oh, well measured. Ayew.
Portugal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. He's picked his way through.
There
Chance!
will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
That's really well manoeuvred. Cristiano Ronaldo. Deftly away. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Substitution.
Portugal come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be...
Oh, he's all alone! Nuno Mendes. Ronaldo is onto it in a flash. And Ayew! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Ghana are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Over to the right flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is a... He's having a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 10.
Portugal choosing to make the first change.
Bruno Fernandes. Number 2, João Cancelo. Coming on the field, number 9,
Vitinha.
Gonzalo Ramos. Number 11, João Felix.
Out for a throw.
Number 4, Diogo Dalot.
And it's Dalot. Portugal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the... He's having a pop! No, just not quite.
Cristiano Ronaldo really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
Oh, now he can run away with it. That's great defensive work. Oh, he's been caught napping. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, there's the clearance.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Sulemana. Iñaki Williams. And he's managed to get free. Williams. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 7, Cristiano
So we have
Ronaldo.
movement on both benches.
Number 5,
Gonzalo
Nuno
Inácio.
Mendes. Coming on the field, number 18, Gonzalo
Francisco
Guedes.
Conceição.
Number
And that
6,
interception was
Nelson
most
Semedo.
necessary.
That was well
Substitution in
played,
progress.
well stopped.
And he's forced to go back. Nelson Semedo. Now, can they get him away? It's a throw-in. Applies the finish! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Driving forward. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that is not Williams! Time and again they are repelled. And that's that. Portugal are out in round one. Ambitions unfulfilled, and it is yet another tale in the vast footballing archive of what could have been. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, before the inquest can even begin, it just goes to show you the cruelty of knockout football. It doesn't matter how well you prepare or how well you play. This is a results business.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Mbappe, Cherki has the Cherki, and that is doing no harm at all.
Cherki clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems.
Shot, surely! And no mistake! But that is not going to count.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. He's got away. Now it's Ferran Torres. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Akliouche running with the ball. And he's cut it out. France are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but goes for the shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Kubasi. Oh no, what has happened here? And he's managed to... It's Dembele! Goal, France! Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fast.
Dembele! Dembele! Brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. They are purring, truly purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
It's Dembele! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Dembele! Off the post! France have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. He steps in and that's the end of that. Aimed beyond the defence. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Tries from a long way out. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He has found the way through. That is a brilliant interception.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Conte! He doesn't look too happy with that. And that is the end of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. France looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. That's destined for the flank. Cherki, he's beaten the line. There's the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
France find a position of real strength now. Mbappe. And here's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. It's Dembele! Always going over the top.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Kubasi. That's good pressing, squeezing the play.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Llorente. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cherki. Cherki! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! About as smooth as it gets. Just cruising! They are cruising! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substitution for France, number 11, Dembele.
France choosing to make the first change. Thuram to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's having a hit! Superb from Conte! That is a gem! An absolute gem! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
After 70 minutes is
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
France are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's shifting through the gears. Decent chance! And it's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
number 20, Thuram. 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 Substitution for France, number 22.
So here comes a substitution. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Great ball if he can get there. Shapes to shoot! And no mistake. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Substitution in progress.
Spain have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now that's well seen too. And back to the keeper. Upamecano,
minutes has been indicated.
Saliba. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Nice sequence of passes this. It's anyone's ball now. And that is that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
France can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.